Let me ask you something. What's the one task you've been putting off today? You know, that big ugly one that keeps staring at you? Maybe it feels too hard, too boring, or too overwhelming. Well, Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy is here to help. It's a simple yet powerful guide to overcoming procrastination and getting more done. The idea is simple. If you eat the frog, your biggest, most important task, first thing in the morning, the rest of your day will feel lighter and more productive. For example, it's Monday morning and you're staring at your to-do list. There's one massive task on it and it's stressful just thinking about it. So what do? You push it aside and start with the easy stuff. By the end of the day, you're exhausted, but that big task is still there, waiting. Sound familiar? Now here's the idea. You tackled that task first thing in the morning. By lunchtime, it's done and you feel unstoppable. That's the power of Eat That Frog. It's about tackling your biggest challenges head-on while building a life of focus and productivity. In this book summary, I will be sharing 8 powerful lessons from the book with simple examples to help you apply them to your life. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video, hit the bell button, and subscribe to Book Ginger for more life-changing book summaries. The first lesson from the book Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy is, start with the biggest task first. This is the heart of the book. The frog is your hardest, most important task, the one you're most likely to procrastinate on, but that has the biggest impact on your success. For example, imagine you're a student and you've got a big research paper due. Instead of starting with smaller, easier tasks, like cleaning your desk, start with the research itself. Once you tackle it, the rest of your day feels easier. Start your day by tackling that task first. It's not fun, but once it's done, you'll feel like a superhero. Before you go to bed, identify the one big task for the next day. The moment you wake up, start working on it. No excuses. Next, plan your day in advance. Have you ever woken up with no idea what to do? I have, and it's frustrating and time-wasting. Tracy suggests planning your day the night before. Let's say you're a small business owner. If you list tasks like email clients, review budgets, and post on social media, the night before, you'll wake up knowing exactly where to start. For example, a mom juggling work and kids plans her next day by writing down work priorities during her kids' nap time and scheduling family dinner prep after work hours. This way, nothing important slips through the cracks. Take 10 minutes before bed to write down the top 3 to 5 things you want to achieve tomorrow. Put the hardest one at the top. Next, apply the 80-20 rule. Here's the deal. Not all tasks are equal. 20% of the things we do give us 80% of our results. Take, for instance, you're launching a business. Spending time designing your website, a low-priority task, won't bring immediate results. But reaching out to potential clients, your 20%, will. It's not about doing more, but doing what matters most. An example is a freelance writer who spends hours tweaking their website, but when they start pitching clients directly, they land a big contract. The website didn't bring results. The pitches did. Look at your tasks and ask which ones create the most impact. Focus your energy on those. Again, break big tasks into smaller steps. Big tasks can feel overwhelming, but what if you just took it one step at a time? If someone told me to write a book, I'd probably freeze. But breaking it into smaller steps, like brainstorming ideas today, drafting the first chapter tomorrow and editing later, makes it manageable. Take, for instance, a bride planning her wedding. Instead of trying to do everything at once, she starts with finding a venue, then booking a caterer, then choosing her dress. One step at a time gets the job done without stress. For the big task, write down every step it involves. Start with just the first step and don't worry about the rest yet. Eliminate distractions. Let's be realistic. It's hard to focus when your phone keeps buzzing or when emails pop up every 5 minutes. Distractions slow us down and make even simple tasks take forever. For instance, a student trying to study with their phone buzzing every 5 minutes. They're not getting anything done. Tracy recommends creating a focused environment to get into the zone. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and create a workspace that helps you focus. Start with just 30 minutes of distraction-free time. Keep learning and improving. When we improve our skills, we can do things faster and better. For instance, if you learn to type faster, writing emails becomes quicker. Imagine trying to cut a tree with a dull axe. It takes forever, right? The same goes for our skills. Tracy teaches that improving yourself makes tasks easier. For instance, if you're in sales, learning better communication skills could boost your performance. Spend 30 minutes a day improving a skill. Read a book, take an online course, or practice something that helps you grow in your field. Take one thing at a time. Multitasking sounds good, but it actually makes us less productive. When you try to do too many things at once, you get distracted and don't finish anything. Imagine cooking dinner, replying to emails, and watching TV all at once. You're bound to mess something up. Tracy suggests focusing on one task, finishing it, and then moving to the next. For example, if you're replying to emails, don't stop midway to check social media. Focusing on one task at a time helps you work faster and better. Use a timer. Work on one task for 25 to 30 minutes before moving on. Don't start another task until the first one is done. Develop a sense of urgency by creating deadlines for yourself. Have you ever noticed how much you get done when you're racing against a deadline? That's because you're focused and moving fast. Tracy suggests creating that sense of urgency daily for yourself, even when there's no real deadline. For example, set small, time-based goals. Tell yourself, I'll finish this task in the next 30 minutes, and stick to it. In summary, these lessons are simple, but applying them consistently can change everything. Each lesson brings you closer to mastering your time. Having seen the life-changing lessons from Meet That Frog, you might be wondering, how do I use these ideas every day? Don't worry, it's simple. Here's a quick step-by-step guide to help you include these lessons in your daily routine. The first step is, before going to bed, spend 10 minutes every night writing down your tasks for the next day. Prioritize them with the hardest or most important at the top of your list, your frog. When you wake up, work on it first before anything else, like emails or social media. Next, focus on the 20% that matters most. Review your list and highlight the top 1 to 2 tasks that will give you the best results. Ignore or delegate the smaller, less important ones. Break big tasks into smaller steps. If a task feels overwhelming, divide it into smaller actions. For example, if you need to write a report, start with research, then create an outline, and finally draft the content. Step 5, eliminate distractions. Turn off notifications on your phone or computer while working on important tasks. Find a quiet space to focus, even if it's just for 30 minutes. Keep learning and improving. Set aside 30 minutes daily to learn something new. Whether it's reading a book, watching a tutorial, or practicing a skill, make self-improvement a habit. Take one thing at a time. Use a timer like the Pomodoro technique. Focus on one task for 25 minutes, take a short break, and then move to the next. Lastly, develop a sense of urgency. Set mini deadlines for your tasks. For example, aim to finish a report by 10 a.m. instead of sometime today. This keeps you motivated and on track. By following these simple steps, you can take control of your time, overcome procrastination, and start achieving more each day. In conclusion, Eat That Frog teaches us one thing. If we tackle the hardest and most important tasks first, we can take control of our time and get closer to our goals every day. It's all about focus, prioritizing what truly matters, and staying consistent. Now it's your turn. Start eating those frogs and watch your productivity soar. If you found this summary helpful, don't forget to like this video, hit the bell button, and subscribe to Book Ginger for more inspiring lessons from great books. See you in the next video.